Here's the truth. Most advice on choosing between a Roth IRA and a 401k, dead wrong for 2026. The IRS just raised the contribution limits, and that old cookie-cutter strategy could hand the government over $100,000 of your retirement money unless you apply one contrarian rule based on your tax bracket. So let's fix that right now in the next 10 minutes. For over a decade, personal finance channels handed you the same cookie-cutter playbook. Max the 401k, drop the leftovers in an IRA, never question it. That playbook is officially obsolete. For the 2026 tax year, the IRS reset the playing field. Individual contribution limits scaled to historic highs. You can now defer up to $24,500 into a workplace 401k. The IRA limit has climbed to $7,500. If you're under 50, your combined annual tax advantage capacity is now $32,000. Why does this matter? Because when limits rise this aggressively, the penalty for picking the wrong vehicle scales right along with them. Here are the mechanics. A traditional 401k uses pre-tax dollars. You get a tax break today, but you pay ordinary income tax when you withdraw the money in retirement. A Roth flips it. You invest after tax dollars today, you get zero break now, but it grows and comes out 100% tax-free. The lazy narrative says, always choose Roth, taxes are going up. That ignores the difference between your tax rate today and your tax rate in retirement, and that single comparison decides everything. If you earn a high income now, blindly choosing Roth means voluntarily paying your highest marginal rate on every single contribution. With $32,000 on the line this year, getting that call wrong is how you donate your compounding returns straight back to the IRS. Every HR department says the same thing on day one. Contribute enough to get the free money. They're right. An employer match is the closest thing to a guaranteed 100% return in all of finance. If your company matches 100% up to 4% of your salary, you secure that match, always. Not doing it is mathematically irresponsible, but here's where the advice fails. People assume that because the match is great, the entire 401k is superior, so they shovel everything toward the $24,500 cap before ever opening an IRA. The moment you cross the match threshold, that 100% return is gone, and the next dollars often run into two quiet disadvantages. 1. Investment limits. Many corporate plans give you just 15 to 20 funds, some with inflated expense ratios. An expense ratio of 0.65% sounds microscopic. Compounded over 30 years, it can quietly eat a meaningful slice of your final balance. 2. Administrative fees. Some plans charge record-keeping or asset fees directly to you. A self-directed IRA at an independent brokerage lets you buy almost anything. Index funds as low as 0.03%, often with no account fees. So capture the match. Then, the moment it's secured, your priority pivots, because the best home for your next dollar depends entirely on your bracket. One caveat for honesty, not every 401k is expensive. Some have excellent low-cost index funds. Check yours before you assume. Let's run the same plan 3 times, $7,500 a year for 30 years at 8% on an equal pre-tax budget. Same money, same market. The only variable is the tax bracket. To compare fairly, Roth is tax going in, traditional is tax coming out. Watch the winner move. Scenario 1. The entry-level builder, $60,000, single, 12% bracket. At $60,000, your taxable income lands in the 12% band. Your rate may never be this low again. Lock it in with Roth. After 30 years, $747,000 with a Roth versus $662,000 with traditional. If you retire around 22%, Roth wins by about $85,000. Paying 12% today to buy a lifetime of tax-free withdrawals is the best trade you'll find. Scenario 2. The mid-career midpoint. $120,000, single, 22% bracket. This is the nuanced one. At 22% now, and a realistic 22% in retirement, the math is a dead tie, $662,000 either way. Anyone who tells you Roth obviously wins here is repeating the lazy story from before. Tax-free growth does not beat an equal rate traditional, so you break the tie with strategy. Roth has no required withdrawals at 73, and it hedges against future tax rate hikes. The tie goes to Roth, but know why. Don't pretend the math decided it. Scenario 3, the high-earning professional, $235,000, single 32% bracket. Now the conventional wisdom flips. At $235,000, your top dollars sit in the 32% bracket. Dodging a 32% hit today is a massive edge. Max the $24,500 traditional 401k, and you cut this year's federal tax by $7,840, real cash that stays in your pocket. In retirement, you'll likely spend less and land near 24%. Result: $645,000 with traditional versus $577,000 with Roth. Traditional wins by about $68,000. And there's a wall. At this income, you're completely locked out of contributing directly to a Roth IRA. For 2026, single filers phase out between $153,000 and $168,000 of income. Above that, the direct Roth door is shut. Same money, same market, and the winner flipped purely on tax bracket. That's the entire answer, and it's why Roth always wins is wrong. You shouldn't be choosing Roth or 401k, you should orchestrate them. Here's the exact 2026 sequence. Step 1. Secure the baseline. Set your 401k contribution to exactly your employer's match, not a dollar more yet. If they match 5%, you contribute 5%. Guaranteed 100% return, cash flow preserved for the next steps. Step 2. Assess your bracket, 12% or lower, skip extra traditional after the match, and go straight to Step 3. 22 to 24%, split your remaining dollars evenly between pre-tax and Roth. 32% or higher, max the traditional 401k to $24,500 before any personal IRA. Step 3. Maximize the freedom bucket. Route your next dollars to a self-directed Roth IRA, funded to $7,500 if your income is under $153,000. Maximum choice, minimum fees, a tax-free bucket that balances your pre-tax 401k. Step 4. Spillover. Max the IRA and still saving. Send the rest back to the 401k, up to the $24,500 cap. This sequence optimizes every dollar for fees, match, and taxes in that order. But what if you execute this perfectly and your income has legally locked you out of the Roth entirely? The winner of the 2026 retirement battle isn't an account. It's the investor who matches strategy to tax bracket. In the 12% band, roughly under $67,000 of salary, prioritize the $7,500 Roth IRA for pure tax-free compounding. In the 22 to 24% band, split and lean Roth on ties for the flexibility. In the 32% band and above, roughly $218,000 of salary and up, prioritize the $24,500 traditional 401k to shield income at your peak rate, then use the back door for Roth exposure. Run your own numbers, build your hybrid blueprint, and stop leaving returns on the table. High earners locked out of the Roth. There's a clean, legal way in anyway. Subscribe to Lucid Equity and watch our deep dive on the backdoor Roth, linked on screen now. See you in the next one. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial or tax advice. Consult a licensed professional before making investment decisions.